Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right. Your season starts now. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup, and it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. First and 10. Yates. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Malik Jackson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Yates in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Calais Campbell coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jags will have great field position. An update from Buffalo. The Jets have taken the early lead over the Bills. Bryce Petty, an early touchdown pass in that one. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards, I would dare say.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going at quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Again, it's Miller. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On 3rd down, Yates. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down.
I think Jacksonville was hoping, but still it was a bit of a surprise to see Yannick Ngakoue last year. 2nd in the NFL among rookies in sacks. We just saw another one there.
Yeah, he had 8. Of course, last year a lot of the press going to Jalen Ramsey, Myles Jack, but Ngakoue continuing to put his thumbprint on this franchise. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They begin with a run by Miller.
Kick your season off by starting your first game. Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan and just start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right. Your season starts now. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They run again with Ajayi. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill drops it off to Ajayi. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He's going to field this at the 4. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go. Scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Here's Matt Darr now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 30. These Dolphins last year, Charles, won 9 of their last 11 coming down the stretch before the playoff loss to Pittsburgh. Finished 10-6. That was their first postseason trip since 2008. But this once-proud franchise has not won a playoff game since the 2000 season.
And I expect that to change in 2017 because the groundwork they laid in 2016 with a brand-new head coach in Adam Gase and a brand-new attitude and a lot more toughness than maybe what people expected, that's what keyed the run game with Jay Ajayi, and they gave him Isaac Asiata, a guard out of Utah, to increase that toughness up front.
To throw is Tannehill. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
That one goes for 24 yards. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Robert Ayers in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again. Robert Ayers in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, try to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun, here's Tannehill. His throw incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target. And it's second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run with Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick.